I am Monokuma! And I am this school's headmaster. Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. As far as class trial rules go, that's all there is to it.
That's wrong!
He's already confessing, you know?
Akane!
This bastard is pulling some kind of trick! Like hell he's confessing.
Are you saying there's another guy who could have done the preparations of the blackout in the party room?
Chucky!
The preparations were probably done by Kamida, but there is still an actual parts to discuss, I think.
The murder weapon is the knife is still remaining. Who else besides that asshole Komida could have stabbed Togumi with the knife?
Mikan!
Rather than a knife, Togami's wound was caused by something much thinner. But that's the filthy pig's mistake, isn't it?
Kazuichi! In the Monokuma file, the knife isn't written.
So is saying it's just a mistake really going to cut it?
But during the blackout, I heard Byakuya and Nagito meeting up.
Peko!
However, after the blackout, Kamaeda didn't have any blood on him.
Couldn't something have been used to prevent the blood splatter?
Sonia!
Then, that's something used to prevent the blood splatter. How exactly could Kamaeda have hidden it?
During the blackout, the only ones who could have moved under the table were Togami and Kamaeda.
Gundam!
There's no mistake that Togami's soul is resting underneath the table. But that resting place, Togami's soul, is still chaotic. We should peer deeper into the abyss. Everything, including your friend's death, was for the sake of overcoming despair. For the sake of hope, I did it. Now show me your hope.
It's my turn! Your talk of hope, it doesn't matter at all. I will break through the contradictions.
This is our answer! I'll shoot through that contradiction!
Ooh. I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hero's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw, but the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence.